Some people fall apart at the first sign of pressure. Others seem to grow calmer, sharper, and stronger the harder life pushes against them. The difference between them was never luck, and it was never about being born tough. It's something that can be built. Friedrich Nietzsche believed that the strongest human being is not the one who avoids suffering, but the one who has learned to use it, who takes everything that was meant to break them and turns it into fuel. A mind like that cannot be controlled, because it cannot be shaken. In this video, you'll discover 6 ways to become mentally unbreakable. Number 4 is the shift that separates those who survive hardship from those who are forged by it. Stay until the end. 1. Stop trying to avoid suffering and start using it. Most people organize their entire lives around avoiding pain. They run from discomfort, hardship, and struggle as if these things were the enemy. But Nietzsche understood something the comfortable never learn. Suffering is not only destructive, it can be the very thing that makes you. His famous idea that what does not kill you makes you stronger was not a slogan. It was a way of life. The unbreakable mind doesn't ask, how do I escape this pain? It asks, what is this pain here to teach me, and how can I use it? When you stop fearing hardship and start treating it as training, you remove the very thing your weakness depended on. 2. Build your identity on what you control, not what you can't. Fragile people tie their sense of self to things outside their control. Other people's opinions, their circumstances, their successes, their failures. So when those things shift, they shatter because their entire identity was built on sand. The unbreakable mind builds on solid ground. It anchors itself to what it can actually control. Its effort, its values, its responses, its character. Nietzsche believed in becoming the author of your own life rather than a reaction to your circumstances. When your sense of who you are no longer depends on things that can be taken from you, there is suddenly very little left in the world that can break you. 3. Make peace with the fact that life includes pain. There is a strange freedom that comes from accepting a hard truth, that suffering is not a malfunction of life, but a permanent part of it. The fragile mind is shocked by every hardship, treating each one as a personal injustice, a sign that something has gone wrong. The unbreakable mind expects difficulty, and so it is never destabilized by it. Nietzsche admired the ability to say yes to life exactly as it is, pain included, rather than resenting it for not being easier. When you stop demanding that life be painless, hardship loses its power to surprise and devastate you. You were ready for it all along. 4. Stop needing other people's approval to feel secure. Here is the shift that separates those who merely survive hardship from those who are forged by it. As long as your stability depends on being liked, accepted, and approved of, you have handed the keys to your inner world to other people. Every criticism can wound you. Every rejection can unravel you. The unbreakable mind draws its security from within, from its own judgment, its own standards, its own sense of worth. Nietzsche urged people to stop being part of the herd and to become sovereign individuals who answer to themselves. When you no longer need the crowd's permission to feel okay, their disapproval loses all its power. You become impossible to control, because there's nothing left to threaten. 5. Train yourself through voluntary difficulty. Strength is not built by comfort. It's built by deliberately choosing the hard thing when the easy one is available. The mind, like a muscle, grows only under resistance. Every time you do something difficult on purpose, keep a promise to yourself. Push through discomfort. Choose discipline over ease. You prove to yourself that you can, and those small proofs accumulate into an unshakable foundation of self-trust. Nietzsche celebrated the will to overcome, the drive to conquer not others but oneself. The person who regularly does hard things by choice is never overwhelmed when life hands them hard things they didn't choose. They've been training for it all along. 6. Find a reason, a why that no hardship can erase. This is the deepest source of an unbreakable mind. A person with a powerful enough reason to keep going can endure almost any difficulty. Nietzsche understood this completely when he observed that the one who has a why to live can bear almost any how. Without meaning, even small struggles feel unbearable. With meaning, even enormous suffering becomes something you can carry. The unbreakable mind is anchored to a purpose larger than its own comfort. A goal, a value, a person, a mission. When you know why you endure, the weight of what you endure stops being able to crush you. Find your why, and you give your mind something that no hardship can ever take away. Now, becoming unbreakable doesn't mean becoming cold, emotionless, or pretending that nothing ever hurts you. That isn't strength. It's just suppression wearing armor, and it cracks eventually. The unbreakable mind still feels pain fully. It still grieves, still struggles, still has hard days. The difference is that it isn't destroyed by these things. Real strength isn't the absence of feeling. It's the capacity to feel deeply and keep standing anyway. Don't confuse numbness with resilience. Allow yourself to be human, to hurt, to fall, and then build the kind of inner foundation that always, eventually, helps you rise. So the next time life pushes against you, remember that pressure is not your enemy. It's the very thing that can forge you if you let it. Stop running from hardship and start using it. Anchor yourself to what you control. Expect difficulty. Free yourself from the crowd's approval. Choose the hard things on purpose, and never lose sight of your why. The unbreakable mind was never born that way. It was built, choice by choice, hardship by hardship, by someone who decided that nothing in this world was going to be allowed to break them. You can be that someone. The forging starts the moment you stop running from the fire. If this resonated with you, it's probably because you're being tested by something right now. For more on the psychology of power, the philosophy of Friedrich Nietzsche, and the strength of mastering yourself, subscribe. Because learning to become unbreakable is how you take back control of your life.